Welcome to the first episode of Red Pill World. It's Ray from Alpha Genetics here, and as I mentioned on my Facebook page and on my Instagram, this channel will not be dedicated purely to strength training and fitness related stuff, but I will also be covering other topics such as politics, existentialism, philosophy, or basically any other crazy idea I might have that I want to talk about. And I will be doing so through the series called Red Pill World. And today I want to kickstart this series by discussing the notion of evil. What is evil and what do we class as evil? A very simplistic way of placing this concept is the personification of it, as it's easier to connect the term to a person or a figure and thus to actions or intentions. The very essence or portrayal of evil is Satan, right? Whose sole purpose is to cause suffering, pain, and distress and chaos. So it's a very easy way to kind of place the notion. If you associate it with this figure, it gives you a very general understanding of what evil is. Another personification of evil would be Adolf Hitler, right? Almost everyone would agree he was an evil person, carrying only malevolent beliefs and intentions, and usually any communist or dictatorial regime would also be associated with evil. Now, to make it clear, I don't disagree with any of these statements. However, I believe there's much more complexity to evil, and that's basically what I want to discuss in this video. Now, it's human tendency and human nature to be generally dissatisfied, right? Dissatisfied with the life they have, the things they possess, the times they're living in, their job, their wealth, basically everything. And they always wish for something else, something more. In the past, this is what ancient civilizations were built on. The desire to be the greatest, to be something more, to be different. And this is what led to colonization. It was the essence of most wars. And how these were able to happen is because people were less connected and less controlled, had less knowledge, and thus they were much more curious and courageous of what is out there and what can be achieved and what limits and boundaries can be pushed. One way of controlling this would be the evil communist or dictatorial regime, where people are openly told exactly what they can and cannot do and what they should be doing. Exactly, basically everything about everyone's lives is openly controlled. The risk here was basically what caused the fall of most communist regimes, that people eventually will have enough of being told what they need to do, causes an uproar, leads to a revolution, and eventually the fall of the regime. Which means that throughout time, throughout history, even if evil reigns for a lengthy period of time, the good eventually will always prevail, right? So this is where it becomes interesting, at least for me. Because regardless of how society will look like, there always needs to be some sort of control over what's going on. And I'm sure we can all agree on this, because otherwise there would be pandemonium if people could rob, kill, or do whatever they want without any consequences. So essentially, evil needs to be controlled because everyone has evil in them to some degree. And there would be a much higher percentage of people acting out their evil beliefs and thoughts if there wouldn't be any consequences from it. But did we go too far with the control? Did we simply just become puppets? And is every aspect of our life controlled in a very smart way, disguised as freedom? I believe the answer to that question is yes. Because the evolution of our society and our species has led to so many incredible revelations and inventions, to the point where today our lives are made So comfortable that we don't even notice how controlled we are. But as I said, in a smart way, as we are led to believe we are offered an easy and comfortable life. So we don't really question the reasons for our existence and our actions and the things we do in our day to day lives anymore. Everything that is being invented is designed to make your life easier, but in the same time, it makes you less active both physically and mentally. You have so many gadgets and technology is so advanced that you don't even really have to think for yourself anymore. And you say, great, I'll be less tired and I'll have more free time. But what are you actually doing in that free time? Are you improving yourself? Are you reinventing yourself? Are you building yourself? Are you learning something new? Most likely not. Most likely you're just procrastinating and scrolling social media or whatever. Would you consider that to be evil? That you're basically giving your time on this earth away consciously but subconsciously in the same time? I personally would class as evil the fact that our controlled and tampered down lives are disguised as freedom. Now, I could go into the whole coronavirus pandemic situation if we want to talk about what degree of control the so called democracy has upon us, but I will rather hold on to those thoughts, at least for now, and potentially discuss them in a future video in more detail. I appreciate everyone who watched this video. Please drop a like and a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this topic. Until next time, Ray from Alpha Genetics, over and out.